So this is an original table. It's not a reskin. So there's a lot of people that do reskins. Well, they'll just change the theme, but it uses the same DMD, the same layout, the same rules. Is whatever table it's based on. But there are groups of people that actually build original tables, 100%. And this is based on Unreal Tournament Capture the Flag.
Yeah, and that.
This is the effect I was talking about where it's like raining or whatever.
So when I was growing up, my dad, he's always been a gamer. He got massively into Unreal Tournament. And I still remember of like, mum. Yeah, he would get so many monster kills that it would just start spamming. Because he would sit up like on one of the towers and just be able to just pling people off.
There was some Unreal that was on, because I didn't PC game, right? I was never a PC gamer. But it was on like the original Xbox or something. And I played the hell out of that. Like I didn't have Xbox Live, so I couldn't play it online, but I'd play against bots or people would come over and play it, and I really liked it. It's like such a much more fast-paced shooter.
Oh, the Savage, dude, that sounds awesome, man. So he's letting us know in chat like he got his NES and Master System when in Xmas Christmas of '85. His brother was on an aircraft carrier in the Gulf stream and ported it into Japan. And they had it out, so they brought it home to his brother 2 months before Xmas that year. The Genesis dropped and Christmas of that year. So we were the first two kids to play it.
Nice. I had a Sega Genesis before an SNES, and that was the first time that I ever had two systems. Multi-kill. Hell yeah. So I had Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. I wanted to get a TurboGrafx. I now have a TurboGrafx.
You don't play very much.
Well, I don't play a lot of these systems very much because we've been streaming. But before that, I do come in here and play. I'll play on the original systems. So I never had that, but I have it now. But then I had so I went to 3DO, then PlayStation.
All right.
And then N64, Saturn, Dreamcast, PS2, PS3, Xbox. I mean, every Switch. I mean, now I have PS5, Series X, or whatever. And I got a lot of handhelds. As a kid, I only had one handheld, and that was the original Game Boy.
Okay.
And I just remember on trips, I had to like lean into the sun, to play anything. Because if you're not in direct sunlight with the original Game Boy,
oh yeah,
all the Game Boys I have now are modded with a backlight just for that.
Yeah, for that exact reason of like, because you could play a game mobile, but it was. I remember the original Game Boy. I actually had Pokemon on that, blue and red versions.
Capture's lit.
Those original Pokemon games, they were great, man. They were so rad. But I haven't really played the future generations of Pokemon. As a kid who grew up playing.
You got to talk to Music about that. It's good because they didn't modernize them for a long time, and people were starting to be like, "This is getting stale." Yeah. And so they've done remakes where they've added features that are more modern, obviously new graphics and stuff like that.
Sure.
But I think there's only one of the ones that have come out in the last couple of years that he said was really good.
Okay.
The rest of them, he's like, I can see where they're going, but it's like Ninitech or whatever, they move so slowly where it's like, well, they implement it, but it's not really implemented good yet.
Okay.
It's like Madden, right? The passing sucks this year. Hopefully it'll be better next year. It's like, why don't you just make a game that's good?
Well, right.
And then you don't wait till the end of the generation. Like the best Madden was the one that came out right before the new generation. That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. Neo Geo got fucked up by rainwater and storage from roof leak, filled the tote, and then froze during the winter. That sucks. Yeah, the Neo Geo system was pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna get my turn in here.
What kind of did you get the Neo Geo as a a gift? raise money yourself, because I could never get the Neo Geo because it was like $4.99 in 1993 for money. Then they have the Neo Geo Gold, which I think was like $800 or something. But if you wanted an actual, real arcade experience, Neo Geo, the SNK games, they used the same MVS system, right, as the arcades did. So they're exact ports.
Yeah. Oh, this hits nostalgia for me.
Yeah, I think that one's like that they consider like the MVS version or something like that. I know which one you're talking about. There's a couple of really old systems that I've wanted to get. I want to get the Vectrex GCE or whatever it's called, where it's a TV. It's vector graphics only, but the actual system is a TV. Like, it's built into a little small TV. I was like, that'd be cool to put at the end of the bar.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time with my grandparents as a kid. And I got a lot of like games and stuff that probably equaled the price of a Neo Geo because I was an only child. But I just could not get that one or the TurboGrafx for whatever reason. But everything else after then I've gotten. My favorite thing that I only had for a brief time as a kid is the Tower of Power, which I don't know if you can see it really behind Dead, but you know, the Genesis, Sega CD, and the 32X. The Tower of Power. And I'm so happy to have that. So I've been trying to collect all of the Sega CD games. I have, I don't know, 40 or something right now.
All right, last ball. Last ball.
Do you mean like it's like built into the bar?
Long range cannon disabled. Long range cannon disabled.
Yeah, keep trying for that ramp.
So is it a standalone arcade, or is it is it literally built into the bar? Like, or is it like a tabletop thing, like almost like a cocktail? I've seen some of those. So it hooks into that.
Oh! Well, that was sick. I wish I could have stopped that. Replay there. Alright, cool. Alright. Enemy captured? What do I have?
All right,
to
chat.
shoot for?
I'm gonna do a little pan around the room to give you guys a sense of. It's kind of dirty. That's anything that's not on camera. We don't care about, but you guys will see that. So let me set this up real quick. So you guys can see if we look right here and then look up. You guys can see that drop-down TV. I think. Maybe. Kind of. There it is. There's the drop-down TV. There's all the Sega CD games, right, that are right there. And then some. I got a Final Fantasy is my favorite series. So if we look in this corner, you can see it. And then here's our big arcade as well. So if you guys, it's 50-inch, 4-player. The buttons light up specific to the games. The marquee is animated, so it actually changes marquees. We got light guns, dance pad, guitars, all on there. And then we also have our bar. So we got 50 different bottles. We have probably about, I'd say 40 custom drinks that I have come up with. All of our cups are video game themed. And then you can actually see up here, I got some marquees and stuff that are all above on the top of the area. There's our sign, our bar sign with our logo. And then the rest of the wall, so there's a cocktail arcade right here. If you guys can see that once I get there. It's a delay on mine, so I have to figure out how I can do it. All right, so you guys can see here, there's our cocktail arcade, and then you can also see, and I'm sorry this is kind of bouncy. I shot a video kind of showcasing this, but Dead is still not finished the music for it. No. And here's just a wall of games right there. And then lastly, we can see now that Dead is not standing there, we can see the actual race arcade better. This is stuck in here, so let me change that. All right, can you stand there just so I can make sure I put this back where it's supposed to go? Gotta get this back to where it was.